Hey, what's up guys, it's Roguru here, and today we will talk about Tween Service. So what is Tween Service and what do we use it for? Well, in the C-frame video, I showed you guys how to position and rotate parts using C-frames. Now, what if you want to smoothly transition a part to a new position? So for example, you have two parts, and we call this part Part A, and we call this part B. And let's color them differently. And our goal is to position this part to this part. So, we change this part C-frame to this part C-frame. Now that we usually do it instantly, so 1 second you have it here, and the next second it's already here. But what if we want to smoothly make it glide to this part right here? Well, that's where Tween Service comes in. What Tween Service does is it takes an instance's properties, for example, color or transparency or position or rotation, and it smoothly changes it. So you can technically do it with a loop, however, that will be inefficient and it's way better just to do it with Tween Service. So let's get to it and let's learn how to use Tween Service. Here I have a local script, and in order to use Tween Service, you're going to have to require a special service from Roblox known as Tween Service. In order to do that, we create a variable, local, let's call it Tween Service, and what we do is we say game, so our current game, in our case the game is known as Baseplate, and colon get service. And whenever we do get service or find first child or something like that, we always do double quotes, and in here we write in what kind of service we need to use, and we're going to use Tween Service. So here we have Tween Service. Next, what we have to do is we have to create a tween. So let's create a tween, and we have to assign it to a variable. So let's assign it to part tween. And what we do is we say Tween Service create. And now we type in the parameters in here. So what we type in here is what we're going to change, what object we're going to change, and let's say workspace. And we're going to change part B dot part B, and then we separate it with a comma. And now we're going to have to specify how we want to transition this part, how we want to change it. So for that, we use a service provided by Roblox known as Tween Info, and to create a new one, to create a new Tween Info, we say .new, and in here, in these parentheses, we're going to specify how we're going to tween this object. So the first parameter of Tween Info is the time. So for example, we want this part B, to change its position to part A in the matter of 3 seconds. So we say 3, so it will take 3 seconds. Next, we do the easing style. So the easing style is how it's gonna move. So you can do something like bounce, so it goes here and then it kind of goes a tiny bit forward and back. It can be sine, where it starts slowly and then speeds up, or it speeds up and then slows down, or it can be linear, which is all equal. I'll leave a link in the description to a page on Dev Forum where it describes all the styles. To get a style, you use a thing known as enum, and we do dot, and enum has a bunch of descriptions what we can use, and what we're going to use is easing style. And now if we do dot again, it's going to give you all the easing styles. We're just going to use linear, maybe experiment with bounce. And then we have to do the easing direction. So there is in and out or in out, and each direction kind of changes the style, and you will see that on the web page as I put in the description. In this case, we'll just do enum.usingDirection.out. So this is the information we pass to the Tween service. And now lastly, we separate the Tween Info by a comma. We give the parameters. So what we do is we put brackets, and now inside these brackets, we're gonna describe what we're changing. So we're going to be changing the C-frame, and the new C-frame will be workspace.parta.cframe. So what this does is it goes to the part, says, okay, we're going to take its C-frame property and we're going to set it to this C-frame gradually. So this is the statement. This is how Tween Service looks. And we can separate it easily like this. Let's just make it so that you guys can easily see it. It's basically 3 parts. First part is what part we're changing. Second part is the information, how we're going to change it. Third part is what we're changing. Okay, let me put it back onto the line. And now we've created our tween, and now we have to play it. In order to play the tween, we just do part tween, and we do play. And what this does is it tweens it. Now let's actually wait 3 seconds. And now if we run, oh, my bad. Let's do it on the server so that we can see it. There we go. Now run. Bam. See how it smoothly glides there? And then it positions it on top because, you know, they're both uncollidable. So, that is how you tween an object. We can also change the easing style, for example, to bounce. Or actually, let's do sign. Oops, my bad. There we go. And now, if we run, see how it started off fast and then slowed down towards the end. And there are things like bounce and so on. Now, what if we have to know when the tween is completed? Well, that's actually pretty simple. Once the tween is completed, a function known as completed will fire. So we do part tween dot completed, and in this case we will connect the function. You can either do wait, and then let's do wait, and then we print either. What this does is once the tween is completed, so the dot completed, it will let all the code after that run. All of this code below this line will stop. It won't run until the tween is completed. So let's run it, and let's check out the output. So it's tweening. Stopped, and bam, hi there. We can also connect functions. So we can say connect, and then function, and we've created a function which will fire as soon as the tween is completed. And the function works. And now if we run, the function works, prints. And that is how you check if a tween is completed. You can also cancel a tween. Well, imagine you have a tween and for some reason you want to cancel it. I don't know why you want to cancel. Maybe the tween is not necessary anymore. Well then, what you use is Tween Service and then cancel. Now, if we wait, for example, 2 seconds, actually 1.5, so we get to the middle, and now we remove this and we do part tween cancel, what will happen is the tween will cancel. So let's see, it'll go about to the middle, and see, it got canceled. It doesn't reach all the way. That is because, you know, we stopped it. And then if we do it again, and then we wait 1, and we do part tween play, it stops, then it'll take 3 seconds until it reaches there. So that is how you cancel a tween. Now, what if you want to pause a tween? So, for example, the part gets to the middle, and then you want to resume the tween, and it won't take 3 seconds from this point to here. Well, for that, we use a thing known as pause. We do pause, and if we wait 1 again, and we do part tween play, once again, you'll see that all its progress is saved. As you can see, it took way less than 3 seconds. So that is how, you do basic stuff with Tween Service. What if you want to tween 2 things? The C-frame and transparency or rotation, or 3 things. Well, in order to do that, all you have to do is you have to put a comma after the first thing you change, and then you add the second thing you want to change. Equals 0.5. So that's the new transparency. And now if we play, if we run our code, you will see that the part slowly gets more and more transparent until it's halfway transparent. And that is how you change 2 or more things for a single instance. So if you have a part that you want to make it spin while making it slowly become invisible while moving it, all you have to do is change its C-frame. You can then change its transparency. You can tween colors. You can do, for example, you can do color. And then you're going to use a thing known as color3 dot from RGB. What this does is it lets you choose a color from RGB, which is the 3 numbers, so 157, 337 to 55, 172. Let's make it bright. Let's make it pink. Now, if we run it, it's slowly becoming pink until it's bright pink. That was it for this video. I hope you guys learned how to use Tween Service. There's nothing hard to it. All you have to do is practice. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.